Welcome, welcome. Hopefully I'm coming in loud and clear. Wait for a few more people to get into the room. And we'll go from there. We'll wait for a few more people to show up. Phone lines are open on Discord, so if you're on Discord, link to the Discord is in the video description. Click on that link and I'll bring you on. Let's try to keep this everything PG. Hard enough trying to make a living on anything. As my friend Nightstrix would say, what it is, what it is. We got someone else watching. Hello, whoever that is, the second your watcher. Say hello in the chats. Trying to get more people in here before I start opening up the discussion. And they left. Great. Builds up momentum. Yay. What it is, what it is. Nobody yet here yet? Yo, hello there. Okay, let's see. Welcome to the second person, whoever's watching. Say hello into the chat. Do you also want to call in via Discord? Link is in the video description. Bearing with me, folks. Looks like some of the stream health is like so-so. I have a feeling that this thing's going to be edited down to a replay best of. The whole point of this live stream was to interact with you guys, if you guys are watching. Give it another couple of minutes and I'll just start on with the program. Yep, so if you're catching this stream, I want to get everybody's opinion on this first story that's going to be coming up. I'm going to bring it up shortly. This first story is from Jalopnik, and it's talking about basically Ferrari wants an Instagrammer to remove pictures of his own car because it disillusionally about who buys its cars. They're delusional. Basically, you have a fashion designer who designs sneakers and other apparel, and he uses his own Ferrari, personal Ferrari, in his Instagram posts to promote his business. Hey, if you're going to spend that kind of money on a Ferrari and you want to use it for your business and use it as a write-off, I say go for it. But let's, what's Ferrari kidding, though? It's, go look here. Let's read a little bit about the blurb. Oh, Ferrari, you make such lovely fast cars, but damn, you are some serious denial right now. The Italian automaker is currently involved in a stupid tiff with a wealthy German fashion designer whose aesthetics sensibilities seem to be based on the result of mixing Red Bull and pureed Euro notes with the collected sweat from a Berlin discotheque. Ferrari wants the designer Philippe Plein to remove pictures from his own cars from his Instagram account because they feel his feed tarnishes the reputation of the Ferrari brand. Really, Ferrari? Your brand wishes they had an ad campaign for this stuff. Looking at some of his posts. And if you look at other auto manufacturers in the past have never had problems, it's free advertising for them, so come on, it's free advertising for you. Or maybe what you're saying is maybe he should be sending you a bill for using your products in his ads. Yeah. So chime in down below in the comments. What do you think? If Ferrari's out of their mind, out of their gourd, of demanding someone to take down pictures of their own Ferrari or their own personal car from their accounts because they believe it tarnishes their brand. All it is a static image. It's not implying anything. It's not using their IP in any way wrong outside of being a static backdrop. Comment down below in the comments or call in and give me your thoughts later on in the show. Okay, moving on to the next story. Bugatti's crossover could be an all-electric with Rimax technology. As the story from CarScoop goes, despite a long-going back and forth on their part, Bugatti is said to be exceptionally keen to build a crossover which, according to a new report, could feature an all-electric powertrain. A report from earlier this year claimed that Bugatti would build its luxury crossover around the Lamborghini Urus and therefore use the same 4-liter twin-turbo V8 as the Raging Bull. However, Automobile Magazine's Gregor Ketcher claims that the vehicle will instead feature an all-electric powertrain and could be developed alongside research and development company EDAG. It's also stated that Magna Steyr could be tasked with building the crossover, perhaps at its production site in Graz, Austria. Apparently, Bugatti has tapped the VW Group's cousin, Porsche, and held talks with the Croatian electric car manufacturer Rimac, which Weissach owns a 10% stake in the company. The company's 1,850 horsepower powertrain that's already utilized in the C2 and Pininfarina Battista. We're not entirely convinced Bugatti would build a nearly 2,000 horsepower crossover, which the Chiron is still in production, especially since the French car maker could set upwards to 600 of its crossovers every year. Not only which such a vehicle would have more power than the Chiron, but it would also be more common and in the likelihood more affordable, which we wouldn't sit that well with current customers. Good point. But let's take a look at a few pictures of their renderings. Interesting. My question is wonder what the weight factor would be for something like this. And looking at the wheels, I'm just wondering, it's like, that's a lot of rolling mass, even if it is electric and high torque. Just proportionally wise, it doesn't look right. But hey, what do I know? Comment down below in the comments what you think about this potentially high-end all-electric vehicle. So what's everybody's thoughts? Pretty dead there, huh? Okay. Moving on to our next story. From Autoblog, 760 horsepower 2020 Shelby GT 500 performance details. 0 to 100 and back to 0 in 10.6 seconds. The car's 5.2 liter V8 makes more power than the Chevrolet Corvette ZR1. Nice looking car. Cute. Very, very cute. Let's see what they say here in the article. For months, Ford has been slowly releasing more and more information on the upcoming 2020 Shelby GT500. We already know that it was going to be the fastest and most powerful Mustang ever. In fact, it's going to be the most powerful production car Ford has ever built, escalating the Ford GT by 113 horsepower, or roughly as much as a base Ford Fiesta. This week, Ford revealed that some more information on the GT500 5.2 liter supercharged V8 and new 7-speed dual clutch. We're still missing some in major figures, but every little nugget gets us more and more excited, as the article states. Take a look at some of these shots. Ooh, interesting. Kind of like a sump set up oil pan to capture oil for high-speed turns. So it traps the oil in there, so you don't have to worry about oil starvation in high banking turns. So that's pretty cool. Well, the question today is I wonder if it has a swingable oil pump pickup. And obviously the famous hand-built engines with pride. Nice cutaway of the blower and intercooler. So intercooler up here. The feed lines going in and out. Throttle body for the air intake, and obviously the blower to blow into the motor. Cool. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. Let's read up on the transmission a little bit. Hey, Jeremy. Thanks for coming in. Glad to see you, man. So, talking about the latest 2020 Shelby GT500, their new transmission. Going to be reading up about it right now. The transmission was developed by Tremec and Mark the first time a dual clutch has been offered in a Mustang or Shelby car. Current Mustangs are available with either a 6-speed manual or a 10-speed automatic, the latter equipped in our long-term 2018 Ford Mustang GT. Shifts with the dual clutch can happen in just 130 milliseconds, though that can vary based on a number of factors. You don't always want quick neck braking shifts, especially when you're just commuting around town. The carbon fiber drive shaft connects the 7-speed DCT to a torsion limited slip differential with 373 gears. Larger half shafts help manage the substantial torque increase over the GT350. We won't know what the final figures for another few months, though we expect to hear more by the time we finally drive the car later this year. If you want to own your own Ford, visit your local Ford dealership and put down a deposit on that $74,000 pony car. So, glad to see that you're here, Jeremy. So, how have you been, man? I have no idea why. Trying to share out the streams. If you could, share out the streams on your end if you're watching this right now. If you want to call in via Discord, link is in the video descriptions. If you guys want to call in. Okay, I guess for our next story, I will talk about a little briefly about a show that, if you catch my last video, I interviewed Amy Shackelford. She's one of the promoters and partners, owners of a show that happens during Monterey Car Week, which was called originally Exotics On Cannery Row, which was started back in 2015. Um, they literally had to find a new location to have the venue, and luckily for them, the city of Seaside approached them, and they were able to put the show, organize and get the show together, ready within a month's time. The planning and everything. So, let me bring up the website, but I'll have a link later on to the video interview in the video description later that you guys can check out and hear that interview. I'll also, it'll be a line card or whatever, so you can hear the interview from that I had with Amy last week. But I'm going to pull up her website right now so you guys can check out, the goings-ons of the website. So this is from last year's when it was still at Cannery Row, as some of these photos that you're seeing here. So you can see some of the types of cars that will show up. So Exotics on Broadway takes place during Monterey Car Week, which will be on Saturday, August 17th from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Essentially, they are in Seaside on, I believe it's Broadway Boulevard, or no, Broadway Avenue. Excuse me. Here's the map of the area. So you can imagine from one end of Del Monte Boulevard and the other end of Fremont Boulevard, in between that whole avenue is going to be packed with cars, which theoretically, if I remember correctly, of Broadway Avenue down in Seaside is a lot bigger than what Cannery Row is. And during my conversations with Amy, she had stated when she went to check out the area, the city of Seaside has gone through a complete redevelopment, updating the whole area. So it should be for a very good venue event. So you're planning on attending Exotics on Broadway, I suggest you frequent checking her website out for the latest updates and information, because she's going to be posting more information like shuttle service routes and Uber, Lyft pickup and drop off points to get to the show, because obviously parking is going to be limited around the area. So that'll be good information to check out. So I would definitely check that out. And from what I'm understanding, we can expect to see, obviously, a few different vendors. Let's take a look. This year the show is sponsored by ModFind, so check them out. So Pagani is committed to showing up. They don't know what, they haven't announced what they're going to be bringing to the show. Rimac will be there. Ford Performance, Koenigsegg again. SSC North America with their, from what I understand, it's going to be the first production car delivery to the first customer of the SSC Tutara. Try to say that 3 times. Will be there. Looks like also Celine's going to be there. West Coast Customs is actually making an appearance this year. Hennessy and others. So should be a fun-filled event. If you haven't seen it, you can check out some of my video coverage from last year. I got like at least 3 videos two that are broken down into shorter videos and one that's like a uncut 30-minute video if you want to check those out. I'll have links to those videos also in the video description after it posts. So definitely check that out. But definitely worth checking out. And I feel like I'm talking to myself. Great. Welcome back, whoever came back, because I'm not sure if that's Jeremy or someone else. Please introduce yourself in the chat. What it is, what it is. So basically, the other question that I wanted to ask people, but I don't know, it's like a moot point of even asking it with only two people in the chat, and me being one of them probably. So what questions do you have? What it is, what it is. Yep, so I'm here. The lines are open. Link is in the description as well as in the chat if you want to come in via Discord. If you're coming in late, here's a little recap of what we've covered, stories we've covered so far. Ferrari wants a Instagrammer to take pictures of his Ferrari off of his account because they feel it's tarnishing their image, his creativity. So putting his sneakers and using his Ferrari as a backdrop, I don't think is tarnishing their images. Other manufacturers or brands of used cars in the past, as an example, let's actually pull this up so you guys can see it. Let me, yeah, here's a recap. Let me hide the chat here so you guys can see the item in full. Oops. Let's go bump, bump, bump. Okay. So basically we have Ferrari here, you know, wanting this gentleman to remove all of his pictures of his Ferrari and on his Instagram account because they feel it's tarnishing their brand. Really, Ferrari? Come on. Other brands have been using models in cars in the backdrop before. So you like a bikini-clad model near your cars? Please. Shall we read the Ferrari's letter in part what it states? Let's read that. That should be fun. In these pictures, Ferrari's trademark or used again for promotional purposes of your brand and products unlawfully approaching the goodwill attached to them. Your behavior, however, is even more harmful and serious in this case. Ferrari's trademark and model cars are associated in your pictures with a lifestyle totally inconsistent with Ferrari's brand perception in connection with performance performers making sexual innuendos and using Ferrari's cars as props in a manner which is per se distasteful. This behavior tarnishes the reputation of Ferrari's brand and causes Ferrari further material damage. Really, Ferrari? Come on. Please. Yo, Nightstrix, what up? How goes it, homie? As you would say, what it is, what it is. Oh man, you're kidding. It's almost like what, like 11 almost for you? That sucks. Yeah, so far just been Jeremy and you who have come into the stream. So yeah, I've been on for about 15 minutes and it's like, eh. I could try to pull up some more stuff to talk about, but try to drag it out. Hey, whatever. I could use the watch hours. You know how that goes. Okay, I can probably keep it going for a little longer. Ugh. Alright, dude, get back to work. I know you can't be on the phone and working the forklift or whatever else you got to do. Don't want to get you in trouble. Yeah, so what do you like the new? How do you like the new chat setup? If you're still around. Yeah, next up on our story, if you missed it, was I covered it earlier. I'll bring it back up. Basically, Bugatti is debating if they're going to come out with a crossover, all-electric crossover. And originally they were Bugatti since VW Group owns Audi, Porsche, Bugatti, Lamborghini, and a whole bunch of others. They were talking about originally putting a Lamborghini twin turbo V8 into a Bugatti SUV version, but there's talk that they may actually put a Rimac into powertrain into this thing and whatnot. So show some pictures of the car. Bring it up here in a second. Here's the car here. It's interesting looking. proportions of the wheels, I think, are the big thing that are, I don't know. It just doesn't, proportion wise, it doesn't look right. Those wheels and the height, the styling of the car, just something's off. Just my opinion. Yeah. So there's that. Then, of course, we talked about the new 2020 Shelby GT 500 with detailed numbers of 0 to 100 to 0 in 10.6 seconds. And claimed that the 5.2 liter V8 makes more power than the Chevy Corvette ZR1. So that should be interesting. Beautiful looking car. Gives me ideas of what I could do with it if I had the opportunity. The juices are just flowing with what I could consider. And the transmission as well. Okay, I'll be back in 45. Cool. Talking to myself. Great. Let's see what kind of new stories that I can also bring in that everybody else missed out on. Let's see. Let's check the automotive feed. This story may be of interest. Okay, I covered this story I think earlier in my 30-minute C8 unveiling video, but here's some better shots of what the new color options are going to be for the C8 Corvette, along with 6 also interior colors that are available. So let's pull that up and take a look at the options. So Autovlog has the article. Link to these articles will be in the description. This color here they're stating is what they call their Long Beach Red, which is pictured here. Next color pictured up is their Torch Red, more common, I believe, for Corvette reds. You know, little red Corvette. Hopefully I didn't get demonetized for saying those words. Next color up is a Sebring Orange tint coat. Interesting. I could see that color being on a fleet of Corvettes at Bob Bondurant's School of High Performance Driving. So I guess there'll be some cost savings for them ordering up Corvettes. Accelerate Yellow. Very interesting. Next color up is black. Okay. Shadow Gray. Kind of leaning towards that myself right there. Zeus Bronze Metallic. Kind of liking that color too. Hey GM or Chevy, want to reach out to me? Let's collab. I'd love to build one of these for SEMA. On my take of what I can do with it. Next color up. Blade Silver Metallic. Ceramic Matrix Gray Metallic. Interesting. Arctic White. Rapid Blue. I could see a YouTuber, that dude in blue, picking that color. Or maybe this one. Earnhardt Lake, Elkhart Lake Blue Metallic. That's more like, I think, belongs the lines of that dude in blue's brand colors. Comment down below if you think so. Thumbs up this video. Now we got some interior shots of options of what the 6 color options of what the interior can look like. Right here we got the jet black. Let's move on to sky cool gray. They weren't kidding that that thing looks like a fighter jet setup. How all the creature comforts are all encapsulating the driver. Incredible. Adrenaline red. Marinello red. I definitely do not want to be a shop technician who has to work on one of that color car. Thinking floor mats and steering wheel bags and seat covers. It still wouldn't be enough to keep that thing clean. Next up, neutral or natural. Okay, natural. Hmm. Natural dipped. Wow. Hence again another keeping the car really clean. Ugh. I foresee owners with this color ordering up a Scotch Brite fabric coating protections option being added on for this color. And last we have two-tone blue. Been kind of cool if they did a two-tone black and with a darker gray instead of the sky coal gray. Maybe a lighter gray in these accent areas. That's my own personal opinion. Then again, hey, Chevrolet, I'm willing to work with you guys if you want to do a collaboration on a build for SEMA. Reach out to me. Hey, like I said, I'm willing. I already got ideas I would what I would do different, but hey, that's just me. Okay, so I'll have this link in the video description as well. In the storyline. I think I may have found a good story to talk about. Let's make sure. Okay, let me pull this story up. I'm not positive, but this should be interesting. You can now own a copy of the Le Mans winning Ford GT. Super Performance is giving you the opportunity to purchase an exact copy of the Ford GT that won the 1969 Le Mans after getting full access to the original race car. The Works Gulf Ford GT P1075 is one of the most iconic race cars in history of motorsports, and now Super Performance teams up with Safari GT40 and Gulf in order to create a short run of tool room copies and tribute editions of the car. Each of these exact replicas and tribute editions will come complete with a GT40 P-1000 series chassis number, a plaque with the names of 25 employees that were key to the original success, and a limited edition Gulf GT40 guitar. Only 50 of these will be ever made. And I'm not sure, but I think when I was speaking with Amy from Exotics on Broadway, she had mentioned something that Ford was bringing out a Mark II GT40, that they were only building a limited number of them. So maybe this is what she was talking about. So that will be interesting. So I would like to catch that. If Amy, you see this stream on the replay, and if you can get back to me, that would be great. So that would definitely be interesting. Take a look at the pictures of these cars. Oof. Beautiful looking car. Ooh. Thank you, CarScoop, for this story. So what it is, what it is. Just checking the Discord servers if anybody wanted to come in. Lines are open. What up, Austin? Not much, Austin. Just having a live stream. A few people are still working. So another guy will probably be on here in 45 minutes. But I saw you were online, so I was wondering if you wanted to come onto the voice channel so I could test it out to see how well the quality worked. If you can hop onto Discord, onto the voice channel, I'll bring you into the live chat for 2 minutes or so. But I hear you, if you need to get to sleep, I understand, man. Yeah, I hear you on that one. Yeah, I figured that's one of the reasons why I set this server up, because of the fact that I knew that Google Hangouts was going bye-bye, so I needed to look at other alternatives. That's one of the nice things I like about Discord is, at least on the voice channel, the sound quality from voice calls are really good when you stream. So hopefully I'll get Night Strix in here in a little bit when he gets off of work. Yeah, but right now I'm looking at the free alternatives right now. Yeah, but if you have a microphone, if you're streaming and you're talking to people and you have the Discord running, it's real easy to get into a voice chat and communicate and talk. It's you don't have to physically be broadcasting your picture of yourself. You're just broadcasting, your vocals into it. So it's pretty cool. So if you were to pop into the UDG server, you'd see me right now on air in the GearVlogz on air voice channel right now. And I posted a link earlier to, to if anybody wanted to click in to get in here to I can bring them in. Once you log in, I can pull you up into the on call. But it is what it is. So yeah, basically doing a recap for people who don't know that these are the stories I've covered so far. Links to these sources will be in the video description after during the replay if you want to click on them and read them in full for yourselves. Basically, Ferrari's asking an Instagrammer to pull down his pictures of his Ferraris and models off of his off of his account. Bugatti is thinking about making a all-electric SUV. Then we have Ford releasing numbers, reaction time numbers 0 to 100 to 0 times for their new 2020 Shelby GT 500. Then we talked briefly about Exotics on Broadway that used to be Exotics on Cannery Row that they've relocated over this year. They'll be on Seaside, and encouraging anybody who's going to be attending Car Week this year, if they're going to be attending this event, to frequent their official website for latest updates and information, as it's ongoing and changing all the time. So that's something to be on the lookout for. Yeah, what do you know? They do actually have some event information about red carpet displays and more information coming. And let's see what else we got. Then we went through all of the colors of the 2020 Corvette, all 12 of the new colors that they offer, as well as the 6 interior colors. Then we talked about basically the Super Performance is making a limited run exact copies of the Le Mans winning Ford GT 69, Ford GT.01 in 69. So we got that. And there was other stuff. So that's what it basically boiled down to. Just checking messages on the phones. Hey, Ian Toy Show. Welcome to my live stream. Hey, Ian. New channel name? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, thanks for coming by, man. Maybe in a couple hours I'll get Fred on here. Nightstrix will be on here maybe when he gets off of work. I'm not sure for how long, but we'll see. Were you? Cool. So what'd you pick up? Funko Pops or wrestling? Or a little bit of both? Or did you sell stuff at the show? Or did you sell toys at the show? Okay. Did you trade a lot of stuff, or did you just do small stuff? Wow, so you seriously made some big trades or still make any money off of it, or was it just straight trades? Okay. So you're trying to grow this channel, the Ian Toy Show? You're trying to grow that channel up, Ian? Hey, Ian, in the chat, just type in this for me that you give me permission to pull up your new channel onto my live stream. Give me that you're giving me permission to do so. Type that into the chat, and I'll pull up your channel right now so we can spread the word to whoever sees this that they can check out your channel out. But you have to say, yes, I give GearVlogz permission. Okay, let me do it this way, make it easier for you. Let me see. Sorry to be so whatever the word is, Ian, but the way YouTube is these days, I just got to be careful. But Just respond to this question I'm posting in the chat right now. Okay, let's pull up your channel. So everybody who's in the chat, Ian is a good friend of mine. He is growing this new channel. His other channel is devoted to wrestling, WWE, WWF wrestling, but this is his toy channel. He's just starting out. So everybody go check out his channel. It's Ian's Toy Shows. Looks like he only has like 3 videos up right now and 11 subscribers. So boom, boom. Now you got 12 subscribers, Ian. And I'm not going to play any of your content because of the fact that YouTube is scaring me right now. But everybody check out Ian's channel out. And whatnot. So I'm going to put him into yeah. So everybody check him out in his videos. Cool, brother. Hopefully you get some views out of that. Okay. So probably going to take this to the maybe to the 2-hour mark and maybe end the stream. Just don't know yet. So you're watching Hook, the movie, Ian? That's cool. I'm thinking I'm going to probably watch this tonight. See if you can see it. So yeah, that's what I'll probably be watching tonight. Yeah. Fun-filled day. So what are you going to be doing, Ian? You're going to be putting up all of your Funko Pops up for sale? Or are you going to be showcasing them on your channel? No. No as in no, not showcasing them? Or no, not selling them? No to the first or no to the second question? Oh, so you've shown them all now. Okay. So are there more that you want to get? Or are you done collecting? Okay. Mm. Excuse me. Is what it is. Is what it is. It is what it is. Nice. Did you get those two? Were they still in their original packaging, or were they open boxed? or out of packaging. Nice. What size figures? 6-inch. Okay. I bet. It was a pretty hot weekend. It could be worse. I've heard people like say he got into the hundreds in some states over the weekend. Gotta stay hydrated. So, what time is it for you, Ian? Is it almost close to midnight? Yeah, good money to be made in that if you know what you're looking for when buying toys. I just don't. Okay, yeah, so you're on the East Coast time. Yeah, somewhere around in my house, I got like an old original Voltron sitting in the box still, but it's the metal, not plastic. This is all metal uh, setup. Stands about maybe this tall, I think. If I remember right. Yeah, maybe I'll dig it out one of these days and look up what the value of that thing is and maybe put it on eBay. Yeah, the PS3s are hard to sell these days. All you can get a lot of lowball offers from people. That's what I had. I had a brand new one, a PS. I wanted it in a contest, a PS3 Pro 1 terabyte, and it took me forever, almost a month, to find somebody who was willing to buy it for my asking price. Too many lowball offers, and I blame GameStop because of it. Because you think about it, somebody tries to they'll buy it dirt cheap off of you, then they'll take it to GameStop for credit and get more money in credit where they can buy more games or titles, versus what they have invested into what it costs them to buy it. So, but there are people out there that are willing to buy them, unless you are willing to spend a little extra money to upgrade the hard drive, the storage into them. I know you can do that. There's a way of doing that. You can put a bigger hard drive into them, and you can probably get some more money that way. Yeah, I miss the old NESs. My last old one I gave away to a friend so his kids could have some games to play. That was a long, long, long time ago. Actually, one of the kids is now a police officer. I'm really old. Gee, I wonder if everybody's at the Nick Ricada live stream. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Nick Ricada live stream. Nick Ricada, Nick Ricada, Nick Ricada. That's probably where any of my viewers are probably all in. Happy early birthday to you, Ian. I had Jeremy in here earlier. I don't know if he's still here or not. Hey, Jeremy, are you in here still? Or did you cut out? Yeah, it is what it is. Really? What titles did you find, Ian? Interesting. Never got into DC that much. My buddy Vern was big into both brands, so he was into Teen Titans, Justice League, Green Lantern. I just never got into DCs that much. It was more of a X-Men, Mutants, New Mutants. Let's see who else. Mm, Deadpool, Cable, Wolverine, obviously, and a few others. But I lost that comic book collection a long time ago, unfortunately. I bet that's fun to watch the old cartoons. Yep, Thundercats. uh, yeah, bringing back old memories. No Robotech? Yeah, that was a fun cartoon series when it was out. Yeah. Yeah, that gets confusing sometimes with all of the re-edits and everything of those old movies. It's like it's kind of hard to keep up with the storylines. Really, animation or live action for the new Hulk movie? That's news to me because I haven't heard anything on any of the Phase 4 or 5 movies that they mention anything about the Hulk through Marvel anyway, because of whoever has the licensing rights to the Hulk. Hmm. But Disney owns Marvel though, so it's like there's like another movie, and I don't know if it's Sony or Paramount that holds the movie rights to the character for the Hulk. I have to do some research on that, but that's interesting. If they're going to give Mark Ruffalo his own movie. Yeah, the Ghostbusters. I know Ivan Reitman's son is Jason Reitman is working on that one, so that one I did hear about. So that should be interesting. Are you going to bed, Ian? All right, man. Thanks for stopping by. All right, buddy. Thanks for coming by. See you next time or on one of the other chats. Hey, thanks for coming, Outdoor Gypsy? Or Outdoors Gal, sorry. Welcome. I was just being quiet. Uh, Not to talk. Can you hear me now? Yeah, I was on another page. It was like it was pretty dead in here. Looks like it's slowly picking up. Thanks for stopping by. Waiting on a few more people that I know that are getting off of work. Then eventually, hopefully, they'll come on. Hey, if you're on Discord and if you want to call in to the show, I can post the link to the Discord link if you have that on your system. If you want to call in and be on the voice channel. Uh-oh. There we go. My dad was the fisherman. I may try to get back into it. Might try to take up going back to doing on the beach fishing, surf fishing. I guess you could say what you can say. Never quite got my sea legs, so I may just stick to if I do fishing, it'll be from off the beach. Got enough of my dad's old fishing gear out in the back that I can use. So what kind of fishing do you do up in Canada? That's cool. So would you try fishing up there for trout, bass? Yeah, editing footage can be a painstaking unless you've got a system down. But the more you do on editing, it gets easier. Interesting. I don't think I've ever heard of them either. Yeah, it's those boys down in Oklahoma that when they, the ones that'll go diving themselves and they'll use their hands to catch largemouth bass with their hands. I think they call it noodling. Never quite understood that. It's like you're using your hand into the fish's mouth. I mean, doesn't make sense. Nice. 16-pounder. That sounds like it was a beauty. Atlantic salmon or West Coast Pacific salmon or whatever. Yeah, definitely buffering right now. That sucks. Hey, I know that feeling. I got a bunch of videos on my travel cooking channel that I need to eventually finish editing and eventually schedule to upload. Not like I'm got a lot of subscribers on that channel, so yeah, one of these days when I'm really bored, I'll finish editing those videos. Interesting. Yeah, I heard an interesting story about how California rainbow trout got introduced into Utah lakes. Interesting story. If you ever get a chance to read the autobiography of Chuck Yeager, interesting story. You'll, if you get a chance, read up on it. Yeah, it's a real interesting story that he talks about, and with the cooperation of certain Utah Fish and Game officials and a U.S. Air Force transport carrier. Yeah, it's an interesting story. You might be able to find it on if they have an audio book of it, or if you can find a copy of an e-book of it to read up. Yeah, invasive species, I take it, right? Asian carp. Ugh. There's not really natural predators for them in your area, then, for those waters, I take it. I hear you, Night Strix. That bird did more damage than you thought to your AC system. Well, I'm still on, so do what you got to do, buddy. I'll be here for a few more minutes. I'm not sure how much longer. I only got so much liquid refreshments to keep me going. Hose them down, man. Hose those coils down. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, outdoors. Unfortunately, Nightstrix's problem is over the weekend he found a dead bird that somehow managed to get inside past the screens and the motor somehow. So that bird must have really went flying to sneak into the house or into the AC system. Okay, outdoors. Basically, I am an automotive channel. Anything car related, automotive news, uh, car builds, all of that fun stuff. That's basically what my channel is about. Um, Earlier on the stream, I'll bring it up here and I'll show you in a second. Let me pull it up here. Bump. There we go. Like earlier, Ferrari is demanding a Instagrammer to remove pictures from his Instagram account because they don't like how their branding is being represented in his photo posts. This gentleman is basically a fashion designer from Germany, and they just don't like scantily clad women around their products. It's like as this example here of him and the sneakers that he manufactures and his Ferrari, which he paid for. They obviously don't like these scantily clad women doing whatever. So it's like, whatever. Then of course I talk about how Bugatti may be coming out with a all electric SUV version of their car. Pull up a picture of this. Don't care for the wheel looks are just too little unproportions are not right. But Bugatti's thinking about using a Chechenian electric automobile manufacturing company called Rimac, for their supply for the powertrain if they do go forward with making this a vehicle. Then, of course, I talked earlier today about how horsepower ratings for the new 2020 Shelby GT500 have been announced. Talked about the color options of the new 2020 Corvette that are being offered and whatnot. So basically that was the gist of what my channel was about. Ha ha, Nightstrix. Ha ha. Yeah, Nightstrix. What about you? Pinto. Jeez. That hurts. That really hurts, Nightstrix. Hurt my feelings, man. Nice. Yeah, but outdoors, back to your question. Probably my favorite car is the one I still own. I have a 95 Ford Cobra Mustang. So, yeah, that's my favorite. Yeah, I know. So, did you get your AC working? Or is it hot as Hades at your house still? Yeah, it was something about that particular model year that that Ford did certain things to it on that particular model car that it made it different from the regular production Mustangs. That why I like it so much. So, like how the regular Mustangs for that era from '94 through '98, they had the third brake light built into the deck lid of the car, but on the Cobras from '94 and '95, they put the third brake lights into the spoiler that came standard on the car. So the deck lid itself is completely all solid sheet metal, so it wasn't. There was no provisions for it, so little things like that. Cool. Glad to got to see you got the AC cooling down. Nice. Yeah, nothing wrong with the Mustangs, man. So you have the Fox body. Cool. You want to call in Nightstrix? I'll put the Discord link in there if you want to come on in. I'll bring you in. Sunbug. Sunbug. Is it anything like a beetle? No one's going to see you, man. They're just going to hear you. It's not like I'm pulling a video. Just just log on onto your phone on the phone app and dial in. I'll even make it to where you don't have to push to talk. Well, you can talk and drink at the same time. I've seen you do it before. Yeah, Honda Preludes were fun back in the day. If I had the opportunity, one of the cars that I would like to get my hands on would be like a 72 or 69 through 73 two-door Datsun 510. The ideas that are going through my head of what I would do with that car are endless.
Hello?
Yo!
Oh, I can hear you. Oh, hello. I'm, wait, I'm waiting for your damn picture to come up to see you. I'm sitting there going, hello, hello, and I just like, well, I wonder if I can hear you. And they're like, oh, there it is.
Perfect, man.
What's up, homie?
Not much, buddy. So how's it feel
Man,
not to have to push the talk?
it's pretty good. Because I thought I was like, like a walkie-talkie or something, man, for a long time. I was like, shit. Man, I had to come down. I mean, I had to take that whole entire cover out that outside unit. Man, there was so much dust collected on the outside of that, man. I had to hose that bitch down. And I'm hoping that was the problem. It's like, damn. Are you still there? Did you hang up on
Yep,
me?
I'm still here. I'm looking at Outdoors. Hey, Outdoors, how do we sound on the sound quality on the voice call, on the conversation? Hopefully you can hear it.
It is cooling down in here. Thank God. It was 83 degrees when I walked through the door.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's actually cooler outside than it is in the house.
Cool. So have you get a chance to check out the stream layout with the chats being on displayed?
Yeah, I've seen it. I can't see it really good.
Yeah, it's probably because of the. It was like the stream quality was like dropping or lagging in and out, but right now it's telling me stream health is really good right now. So.
Right. Like your volume, like little FYI on your volume. You might want to turn your volume up a little bit because it's like really hard to hear you, like on your stream.
Okay, how's this sound? Any better?
I mean, you sound good on the phone, but like on your chat, you were kind of low.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I scream so.
Yeah, I hear you on that one. So yeah, you missed it. I had earlier Jeremy on here earlier, and well, they were in the chats, but and Ian with his new channel ID, Ian's Toy Show.
Yeah, I dropped in the stream like right when I was in your stream, and I was getting close, and he come up, and he was in there, and I said hey to him, and then I come home, and then he was in there playing with the like little wrestling men.
Yep. I hear you on that.
So, can that lady hear me? She can hear me and everything.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we're both in the U.S. Night Strix is from Ohio. I'm in California. Outdoorsy.
Don't come to Ohio. There's nothing here, ever.
Yeah,
If you want to see corn and soybean, that's what we have. I guess the deer's pretty big around here too. So,
yeah.
Yeah, you hit a deer around here, you're totaling your car for the most part.
So I take it you were shorthanded today at work?
Yeah, we had a guy on vacation.
Okay.
And we were pretty heavy too, so yeah, nice.
Well, any holidays coming up or something like that?
No, we got like a fair. We got the fairs coming up, so like it's, I mean, how they'll be pushing out a whole trailer full of product. You know what I mean, just for the fair.
Yep. Hey, Outdoorsy is asking a question. Ohio has gold, though, right?
Has gold?
Yeah.
No.
I
Ain't no
guess
gold
not,
in Ohio.
Outdoorsy.
I haven't found any yet.
Except gold quarters.
Yeah, some gold quarters. But theirs are plated. And they're like a set. Huh?
The thing you said on 80.
Yeah, no, you can't just kick it on. You can't turn it down to 70 degrees. You gotta slowly inch it down. Yeah, so quit pissing with it.
I wasn't touching with it. I just looked at it.
Okay. I kicked it on 80 because I wanted to slowly drop it. It was 83, so. Damn kids. I must have lost you, Gear.
No, I'm still here. I'm trying to play around with the settings to see if I can get the volume a little better. So how everyone can hear you and whatnot. Hopefully that helps. She's saying I have quite a few. Okay, so you Outdoorsy. So you've been in Jim's stream, the video call-in show. Okay. And Flash in the Pan. Okay. Been in their streams.
What's going on?
She's posting in the chat that she has quite a few friends that she's met from YouTube through metal detecting and YouTube and Facebook. Makes it a small world, I guess, how the interacting.
Did you see my video with the guy that called in? Did you see that video, man?
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah. I just uploaded the video where he called in. And that was crazy.
All right, I'll have to check that out later when I'm eating dinner.
Speaking of dinner, that's a good idea. Let's see what I got in here.
Steak?
Oh, nope.
No steak?
Nope, no steak. I have hot dogs and macaroni and cheese.
Next best thing.
Yeah, well, I guess it was in the microwave. I remember she said, "I'll put you a plate in the microwave," and hot dogs and macaroni and cheese. It must have been
There's nothing out in the kitchen. Whatever. I may make a run to Wendy's.
Run to Wendy's.
Maybe.
I need to get some more gas for my grill, man.
So how many spare tanks do you keep?
I don't keep any.
That's why. You should always have at least one.
Yeah, but like it's so expensive to have, another tank to find another propane tank. Like just to go buy like the tank is $75. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you on that.
I mean, I guess I should do it like but I'll wait till like.
Well,
I've actually thought
of the season now to buy another one. So.
Well, what I like to do is like I'm gonna start my third tank of gas already this year, this summer.
Mhm.
What I like to do is run some black pipe and just connect into my gas.
Natural gas.
Yeah, so I was thinking about doing that. But if I got to do that far, I'm gonna get a better grill, a newer grill, a better grill. So
Okay, they're
I've been
saying you're
dropping.
really loud.
Oh,
So
am I? Here, let me turn my volume down.
no, no, I can adjust on your end.
Yeah, I turned my volume down.
But barely hear me. Okay. Let's see if I can adjust my settings.
Dude, my computer went to sleep on us last night.
Really?
Yeah, like I went into the bathroom to take a leak, and I come back and it went to sleep. I was like, what? Well, not mine, but it went to sleep
Mm-hmm.
because I was just talking. You know, what I mean, I wasn't doing anything. I was just talking on the through the microphone, and
Uh-huh.
like no, so the mouse wasn't moving or anything, and it just went. And he had to change the setting on it, so it wouldn't go to sleep on me. You missed Miss Jackson on there, man. Miss Jackson was on there Saturday night.
Really? Hey,
Yeah.
Outdoorsy, how do I sound now? Better? Worse? Trying to get her feedback.
Where's she? Where's she from?
Canada.
Canada.
Yep.
I'm sure she's sitting around smoking a lot of pot right now because it's illegal up here. I'm just kidding. That's kind of
Okay.
cool. I'm actually standing here in the kitchen or in the front room, and
Mhm.
the fucking windows, and the window blinds are wide open. I'm in my underwear. I better get fix that. Cops will be here like some guy scaring the hell out of everybody.
I hear you on that one. So
So, all right, homie, I'm gonna get off here. I need to get a shower. I'm soaking wet. I'm laying on the ground, putting the bolts back into that thing. I got
yeah, I hear
grimy
you. I'm
grunt.
thinking I'm gonna end it. I've been here on here for 3 hours, almost 3 hours. So I'm gonna probably end the stream too and fix
All right.
myself something to eat and watch a movie
Oh,
maybe.
I'm gonna send you a text here in a minute. All right. So, all right, guys, I'm out.
All right.
Later, homie.
Thanks, man, for calling in, man. Okay, so last time you were outdoorsy, you were in Ohio was like 78, huh? 87. Yep. Yeah, it's all legal now in California. California's going to shits. But that's my opinion and mine alone. So do I sound better now? Okay. No biggie. Alrighty, outdoorsy. Like I said earlier, thank you for coming to the stream and chatting away. But like I said, I almost been on here streaming for 3 hours, and it's not like it's popping that much. So I'm probably going to end this stream now and call it a night. So thanks everyone. Be sure to during the replays leave comments, share this video out, hit that like button, and tell your friends about my channel if you're into cars. Okay. All right. Thanks everyone. Bye. Oh, we gotta make sure on the. What do I need? What do I need? What do I need? I gotta do one other thing. End screen. Boom. And I gotta turn this off.